As a child, solar energy was always just a gimmick. It was something that powered your little calculator or one of those happy little dancing plants. The technology wasn't there, or it just wasn't very cost effective to use solar to power much of anything. But today in 2021, solar energy is becoming the norm. It is used to power cities. You can use it to run your house, and then even people like me, we use it to power our recreation vehicles. And in today's connected world, with all kinds of devices that need power at any given time, that we have to have that need of being connected. What happens when a storm hits? Like where I live, we're in a hurricane area. I had 2 hurricanes hit last year. One took the power out for 5 days. What if you want to go to the beach, have fun with your friends? What if you like to go camping and you don't have a recreation vehicle that you can mount solar panels on the roof? Maybe you're a tent camper and you want to be able to keep your cell phone charged, tablets, possibly a laptop. What if you want to keep your connected devices charged? You don't have a recreation vehicle, or if you do have a recreation vehicle, you don't want to spend the money, and it is a big investment in large panels. Technology keeps getting better and better every day, everybody. Today, now, you can bring solar power with you. So let's go unbox and show you what we're talking about. All right, let's see what we have in the box here. Oh, wow. Fancy, look at that. Okay. Let's check out the owner's manual real quick. 60-watt solar panel is equipped with the USB Q3 3.0 DC outputs and accessory socket capable of charging most devices, cell phone, tablet, in-car appliances, and a 12 to 18 volt storage battery. Apart from that, its TIR-C technology can intelligently identify the required current of connected devices for optimum charging performance. Okay. Alright, here's the important things that we're looking at. Specifications. So these are monocrystalline panels. Their max power output is 60 watts. Max circuit voltage 21 volts. Maximum working voltage 18 volts. Short circuit current 3.3 amps. Maximum working current is 3.7 amps. USB output is 5 to 5.25 volts. The output current of the USB is 2.4 amps max. The QC 3.0 USB output is 5 volts at 3 amps. Okay, so 2 amps at 9 volts. 1.5 amps at 12 volts. So this thing can put out 12 volts on a USB. Wow. And then DC output 12 to 18 with a 3.3 amp max. Power. Sounds pretty stout. Okay. Let's see what we got here in this pocket. Let's get rid of this box. Let's do that. There we go. Alright, let's see here. Okay. So what do we got here? Oh, this must be built in. Let's flip this thing around so we can read it here. So USB 5 volt 3 amp. Okay. Fast charge 5, 9, and 12 volts. And that's another USB port. And DC out 18 volts. Alright, so first thing we got here are some battery clips. So you're supposed to be able to charge your car battery from here, or some type of, I'm kind of a little bit, I know it says it has smart technology that will control stuff, but Man, it goes up to 18 volts. Okay, this is the, dang it, I forgot the name of this connector. The Anderson connector, that's right. You see these things on like tow trucks and big devices. We had these in the military would plug in. So what I did a little research on this, and I found there's some of these power banks that are out there that you can run a lot of stuff on, and they use this to charge. So you can use this solar panel to charge that. Okay, and then what we have here is the 2-round plugs, and then you have all these different adapters that you can use. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, let's see here. Built-in IC, each USB can charge automatically. Identify the current of equipment and speed up the process. Okay. There we have it. Look at that. Feels, kind of flexible. I don't think you're gonna break these if you put them in somewhere and they get bounced around a little bit. All right, so that's the I guess what this is, there's one on every panel here, so that's got to be for standing these up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One of these on every panel, so all right, there's your unboxing. So before we get into the review, I just want to say I'm a veteran of the United States Army and I take my word serious. I would never risk my word or the reputation of my channel by promoting something I don't believe in. Now, this product was given to me for review, and I'm under no obligation to promote or tell you something that's untrue. I'm going to thoroughly test this device, and if I give it a green light, then you know it's going to be a good product, and if it's junk, I will tell you that as well. So before we get into this, just want to reiterate again who this is for. Like for me, we live here in Florida. We're in an active hurricane zone. Last year I had 2 close calls with the hurricane. We actually had one that knocked out our power for 5 days, and having something like this would be invaluable. I can't stress that enough. If you live in an area like this, maybe you live up north where snow can take out your power and stuff like that, you really should invest a couple of dollars and have this laying around. Like for me, we had roof damage. I had to get on the phone with the insurance company. I was calling them. We had water coming in. I had to start getting on the phone with some roofing companies because I needed to get this done. I wasn't going to wait for all this stuff to happen. So having power was absolutely critical. And again, if you are a weekend camper or even a full-time camper, if you like to tent camp, sometimes sites don't have any power when you tent camp. Or even sometimes we like to, in the RV world, we call boondocking. We go out there where there's no power. If you boondock a lot and you want to keep your laptop and other electrical devices charged, this is a very convenient, very affordable way to go ahead and do that versus having like the solar panels I have on the roof of mine. If you like to go out to the beach on the weekend but you want to keep your cell phone charged, go out on the boat. Maybe you're taking your dirt bike and your ATVs out somewhere out into the desert or in the woods and you want to keep your stuff charged, not bad to have this on hand just in case. Now, this is 5 pounds, so this probably won't work the best for if you're a backpacker. And I know y'all trying to keep everything light, but there's a lot of good purposes. And like I said, we are so digitally connected anymore that there's always that need for power. So this is very, very good and handy, especially as an emergency device to keep on hand in your house. So you have 3 ways to go ahead and mount this. They provide you with these 2 little carabiners here, and if you notice here on the case, there are these hooks, these round holes right here, not hooks, round holes, and they're all throughout the panel here. So you can theoretically hang it like this if that's the way you can, or you can hang it like this. The second way would just be to lay it flat on the ground. The third way, and probably the most efficient way, unless it's direct, straight noon and the sun's above you, is to use the built-in kickstands here and go ahead and lay it on the ground that way. Our first test, I want to see how much power comes out of this connector right here that's supposed to go up to 18 volts. We got 20.5. Not bad. Like I said, this thing says it has built-in technology, so it won't overcharge. And here in a little bit, we'll go ahead and plug it into my lawnmower and we'll test that out. Now, one of their claims is they say you can charge 2 USB devices at the same time. So I have a very large tablet here. We're going to give it a shot. I think you probably heard that. It's charging. Then I have a Samsung Note 9 here. This is on the high-speed charge, and this can high-speed charge. And it's charging. There you go. We have 2 devices charging. So this is a 12-volt, 12,000 milliamp hour lithium battery. It's a 12-volt, 6-amp output. This is a small jump start box for your car. This is pretty stout. We're going to see if the solar panels here can charge. So we need to use one of these adapters here. Plug it in. We should see some blue lights. We do. Awesome. So that's pretty impressive that it can charge this battery bank. I'm really going to go ahead and put this to the test with a couple other devices that they didn't really kind of plan for these solar panels to be used with. That little jump box I showed you earlier came with this. A cigarette lighter plug, just like you would find in your car. Now understand, it did not come with these solar panels, okay? This is something that I had, and it actually fit into that top 18 volt, 12 to 18 volt plug. So I have a couple devices here, like you probably do. I have a dash cam and I have a CB radio. You never know what you might want. We're gonna see if these this can power it. There you go. It's live. I know you probably can't see that at all. See if we can find anybody on the CB. There we go. CB is on.
Period 8 seconds. For Tuesday, east winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming south to 8 knots.
I say that's pretty impressive. CV is a pretty big device to power up. Alright, so now it's time to see what it can do for the lawnmower. See if it can charge up a very, very dead battery. Here's the lawnmower. I actually use that jump box to start this thing because I don't want to buy another battery. And right now we're at 9.4 volts actually. See how much power the solar panel is actually making. Wow. 19.43. See, I'm a little bit leery about, I'm really hoping the circuitry works, so that's why I'm using a battery I don't really care about. If it blows this up, then we're going to give it a bad review, but hopefully not. It says it has circuitry to prevent overcharging, so we shall see. See what kind of reading we got now. See if it kind of sense what's going on here. Alright, we're at 13.6, which that should be proper voltage to charge a battery. That's about what your car runs at. Alright, it's dropped to 13.4. So yeah, it's not trying to put 18 volts into the battery. So, good job. We're gonna go ahead and let the miracle of the sun and solar do its work, and we'll come back in a few hours and see if this lawnmower will start. I doubt it will, but we'll see if the battery comes up off of 9 volts. So it's been about 3 hours. I've had to relocate the mower twice because the sun is shifting and I have a big tree in here. Not a problem, but we got about 3 hours. Now let me be honest, I have no expectations this lawnmower is going to start. This battery has been dead for about 2 or 3 years, but it is an outstanding test. If this solar panel could put any kind of voltage in this battery, it's really showing that these panels are putting out some good power. So let's see what I have with the solar panel on here. Okay, so we're getting 14 volts, 14.3. Now let's disconnect the solar panels. Just out of curiosity again, let's see what the solar panels are putting out with no load on them. .9 volts. 20 volts. Wow. Make sure those things don't touch each other when that's plugged in. So let's see what this battery that had 9 volts. Wow. 12.1 volts. That's outstanding, actually. That's amazing. If this lawnmower even cranks over, it'll be amazing. I said this battery has been dead. It's just been sitting. I used a jump box to start it, but I figured this was a really good test to see if it could charge a battery, because I happen to just have a 12-volt battery that you saw earlier is dead. It was what, 8 or 9 volts. The truth is, lead acid batteries like this one, once they go dead, you know, they really lose a lot of their capacity, and this thing has been dead for a while, so don't really expect much out of it. Really don't think it's going to start this thing. Like I said, the panels they put voltage in these batteries. Look at that. So it did charge the battery. I mean, it's the battery, like I said, the battery's shot. It's been shot for a long time. I used a jump box to start this thing. So, yeah. Good job. So here it is, a 60-watt portable power bank powered by the sun. Clean, green energy. What more could you ask for? You know, honestly, I don't think I've ever felt so strong about recommending a product in my life. I said, this really should be part of your hurricane preparedness kit if you live in the southern states and the East Coast. And if you live anywhere, like Tornado Alley, you live anywhere that gets bad weather. Up north where you get bad storms and you can lose power, you really should invest in having something like this on hand. And I mean, if you go out there on the weekends places, or you travel around and there's places that don't have power, this is really come in handy to keep you connected, keep all your devices charged. You know, if you're going out there using GPS devices to find your way around, flashlights, things like that. Like I've shown, you can do a lot with this. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to charge my laptop. None of these adapters here will fit the HP. Me and the wife both have a Hewlett-Packard laptop, and these adapters don't fit. So if you have an HP, keep that in mind. Kind of unfortunate. I wanted to show it charging like a laptop, like a really big battery, but I did show it charging that jump box, which is also a power bank. That was a really big power bank, and the sun charged it up. We did a 12-volt battery in that lawnmower. Now that's not a fail. That I really put this thing to the test, giving it a super really dead 12-volt lead acid battery, and this thing was able to put a charge in it. So it showed it does put a lot of voltage into a battery. So, you know, if you're out there and you want to listen to your music in your car and you want to turn on the radio, that's another thing. You go to the beach or something like that, you want to listen to your car radio, put this up, hook it to your battery, keep your car charged, so that way, you know, it's not a dead battery. So the cons, the legs here to stand it up, it takes a little getting used to. I found it easier to hold to aim it down and hold the two middle legs and pop them out and then fold out the other two. Just kind of weird the way they kind of flap around a little bit. And then on this power bank, this gets a little aggravating, to be honest with you. These rubber plugs are kind of in the way, and you really have to like smush them down to get in. I wish they were up top, or they were removable maybe, or on some kind of string, but as you can see, it makes it kind of hard. Now, the pros is I really like that this piece here is built in. So this is nice, this is built in, it's solid, it's not going anywhere. You're not going to lose your charge controller here. I like the storage flap here that holds all your stuff and everything they give you. You know, you got your battery, your clips for your battery, the Anderson connection, and then you have your adapters here, and then you have the two USB ports, which is really cool, is that they have a high-speed charging port. So if you have a cellular device or other device that can accept the high speed or more high current charge, there you go. So at the end of the day, yeah, I would recommend this thing in a heartbeat. Like I said, it should be part of your emergency preparedness package. And you know, if you go out there, you're camping, you're doing any kind of outdoor stuff, you should really have one. This is a great product. It's worked. It does, as I said, I had it charging my cell phone and a very large tablet both at the same time, two devices, no problem. I even tested it with some cigarette lighter adapter. We used some devices that way. We charged the battery. We did everything that this said that it could do. So yes, very, very good product. Like I said, I feel really strongly about this, but really think everybody should have this, because when your power goes out and you're left with nothing. Now the only downside is that it's not a battery bank, so at night, you know, you won't have that, but you know, you just power management. If you charge up your phone during the day, it should get you through the night and the sun comes back out and charge. So it's not a battery bank, there's no storage, it's just purely solar, but it does what it advertises it should do, and I really recommend you should have one. It's a very good product, very conveniently packed, doesn't take up a lot of room. It's 5 pounds, so it's not overly, you know, it's not heavy at all. So there you have it, 60-watt portable solar panel. Alright everyone, hopefully you found this enjoyable, you got some good information, and this will help you out make an informed decision. It's a good product to go ahead and buy. The link will be in my Amazon store under reviews. So until next time, take care, stay safe, be prepared. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching.